beautiful Saturday, 75 today, sunny, just awesome day. Just washed the car, car's washed nice and clean. We're on 11th revision from my tuner. I tried recording it during the week, but it keeps happening so fast that I couldn't keep up with his updates he sends me every day. I'll talk to you about the MAF sensor. Once we're done with this drive, I'll explain you what happened with the MAF. There's a situation in there. You guys want to watch this video to the end and figure out how many problems this MAF sensor was causing me. I had to go buy a new one, and what a change, what a difference. Cars just became alive. It was a bad sensors. It was reading wrong anyway. Towards the middle of the video, I'll make another video. I'll make another episode about it. But now we're taking it, warming the car up, taking it for a drive. This is another revision 11. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. We're gonna do a pull to record a data log. Car feels great. We're still on 93 pump gas. Still on 93 pump gas. E85 is gonna be next, but I already feel she's scary. She is scary, and she's trying to kill me. It's quick. Anyway, going for a drive. Gonna record data log. And this guy, watch the video. I'll tell you all about it. It's crazy. Anyway, windows open. I don't know how much. I want you to hear the sounds, and also we'll try this video with the windows open. There you go. Here it comes. New episode. September 25th, I believe today. Correct. Yes. Let's do it. Coming up to the freeway, and we'll take an exit and do the pull up the exit. It's just safer that way. And yeah, she's a beast. Wow, that was very nice. That was very nice. Very nice. 24 PSI flat. Alright, just gonna take a drive around town a little bit. I don't know how much of that I will put in the video, but you know, you have to record a lot to make a little. Same time, you know, I don't want to do a lot of driving and boring you guys up. So let me know in the comments below if you enjoy that driving or not, or should I not just bother you guys with recording that. Datalogging. We're just gonna take the file, upload to a tuner, have him do the revision. I'm sure he's gonna do something, something else. Maybe 1 or 2 more revisions, and we're done with 93 pump gas, and then we'll go straight into the E85. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, good. She feels great. Car feels awesome. I'm sure he's got a little more sauce in there to add, but feels awesome. Just super power. Full boost kicks in at about 4,400 RPM, and full 24. Let's say 4,000. I'll see nice pull all the way into the 6,500. Sometime I shift at 7. I think my cutout at 7,000, 7,200. Shift at 7. It tapers to 22 PSI. Feels awesome. All right. Well, since we're on the subject, let me put you on the stand in here, and I'll talk about. Let's talk about the MAF sensor. Your MAF sensor. If you're Subaru people, you know what it is. You know what it looks like. If you're not Subaru people, still relates to you. I had bad MAF sensor. Readings were a little too rich on it. My tuner were, he wasn't complaining, but he was like, it's just something's off. And all that hesitation, I thought it was fuel. It was fuel, but at the same time, when he corrected it, I still had slight hesitation on the engine. So when you're at like 2,500 RPMs, you press the gas and it doesn't just go. It kind of just stumbles, and then it just kind of picks up. And then when he raised it up to 24 PSI, my previous revision, I did the pull, and it threw me a check engine code of P0301 or 0103. That was an overvolt on MAF sensor. And MAF sensor wasn't reading after 6,000, so pretty much was too much airflow for that sensor to read, and it was just throwing codes. And it flattened the line. It wasn't reading anymore. So I went to the dealer and just bought a new one. They're $279 for this little geese. I cleaned this one twice. Didn't help. Anyway, I went and bought a new one, plugged that thing in immediately. I got in the car immediately. I noticed how the idle's different. Car felt different, more response. Like every time I tap the gas, like before, you press the gas and it just like, and it goes. Once I did the MAF sensor, it was like day and night difference. I mean, I did not recognize how much I was missing with the old one before I put a new one in. So I put a new one in, I was like, wow. I told them, I was like, here's the log, I sent him a log. That was my previous one, before this one. And he's like, wow, I see I need to correct a whole bunch of things because your sensor wasn't reading right, so it was wrong. He's doing a couple of revisions to correct it back to the new one, but car feels amazing. Amazing. So if you have an old sensor, 100,000 miles or more, try cleaning it. Like I said, I cleaned it twice, didn't help. Get a new one. If you're tuning car and you're relying, your tune and power relies on this sensor that mixes your ratio, AFR, get a new one, and have the peace of mind that it's good and you're good. So there you go. That's my thought on MAF sensor. Oh yeah, and this is the part number of the MAF sensor for 2008. I don't know how far they go in 2018 or something, but we have 2012 WRX, and I know from 8 up, this is the part number, so if you need one. Alright, so what I want to do now is I need to check oil. Because it's been a couple hundred miles since my oil change. I want to see what it's doing in there. Let's open the hood, put you guys in here somewhere comfortable. Get a towel or some sort of wiping material. Let me put you guys right. Where do I about this? Front row. We're good. We're full. Oil looks good. Nice and clean. Now I do want to adjust. Well, I don't know if I should or not. My fuel pressure. I should probably adjust that, and you guys can see how it's done. So let me put you guys right here. If you know, don't worry about it. If you don't know, here's how it's done. Fuel comes in and goes straight into your fuel injectors. Now on the way back, the return line that comes in goes to your fuel injectors straight from the pump. On the way back, this is a return line. It gets regulated by pressure, so the regulator restricts the fuel coming back, so it creates pressure on the line in. Okay? So on a return line, that unused fuel goes back into the tank. It goes into the pressure regulator, and from pressure regulator it goes back in. And by adjusting the screw, well, factory cars, they have a preset. Here, by adjusting the screw, you are correcting how much you restrict the air coming back, so it creates more pressure on the line in. Okay, now on top of it, there is a vacuum line that's connected to that into your manifold, so the pressure or vacuum on the engine adds some correction to the fuel. So when a car is idling, it has a vacuum, so it lessens the fuel, so it changes the pressure regulator, so there's less fuel, less pressure. Let's put it that way. If the car is in a full boost, it actually adds more pressure to the car. It corrects that. So when you do your adjustments, you need to cap this, either take this line off. I usually just bend it over and clip it with the clippers, so there is no correction. So when you're adjusting your fuel pressure, you start the car, first 30 seconds your pump runs on 100% duty cycle. After 30 seconds it tapers down to normal 33%. But you need this clipped so there's no correction, and you need to do the adjustments on uncorrected after it settles down, and your fuel pressure should be 43.5 psi, 44 psi, let's say 44. I think I'm a little on the hot side because of that issue I had. I was at 50. So let's start the car. Let's start the car and I'll show you how it's done. So the tools are here. This is my little pincher. So what I do is I pinch the line right here, so there's no vacuum or pressure comes in and does the correction. Now we're gonna start the car, and you guys gonna watch. This thing will go into high pressure for 30 seconds or so. There you go. So it's at 60, and then it's gonna drop in a second. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. See, it dropped, but I'm still a little bit high because of that stuff that I've been doing. So we're gonna loosen up the correction, the adjustment screw right here. There you go. It stays a little high, higher than I want it to be. And I'm gonna let it idle another minute or so, just so it can correct itself, and now I know 100% that what it is what it is. So it's correct, it settles. Now we're just gonna lower to 45. That was a little high, so we're gonna put it at 45 right here, like 46, and we're gonna tighten this up. Okay. There you go, it's 46. So I'm gonna shut the car off and restart it again, just so I know that the pressure that I set is correct. Same thing again, it goes into the higher because the fuel pump starts with 100% duty cycle. There you go, drops right exactly at where I want it to be, 45, okay? That's where it needs to stay. Now, if I open the vacuum line, it's gonna drop even more because it's correcting for its idling. It doesn't need all that pressure. Okay, so I open this up, and it should, within a few seconds, correction should happen. Yeah, it dropped like maybe a couple PSI. Not a lot, but it does. Alright, so a couple things needs to happen in the near future. First, I need a turbo blanket. If you guys know of a good brand turbo blanket that fits really well on FB green, please put a comment below, recommend me one. I don't want that one size fits all and it just doesn't fit right and it's just falling off or whatever. So I'm looking for a good fitment, nice turbo blanket for FB green. So good quality one. I don't mind paying money for a good quality one that will, you know, take away all that, because all that heat from the turbo housing goes into the intercooler and hits the intercooler up. I already have a wrap on the downpipe right there, but I feel like a blanket will give me an extra thing. So that needs to happen. And when I'm taking that apart, I need to work on my there's a fitting needs to be added to the return line on the air oil separator. I need to fix that a little bit. So those are two things that are on my list to do. And also, if because this was WRX and the shroud in here was for the smaller intercooler, the little square one, and I threw that away. So I am looking for the shroud in here that from the STI that works for the full-size intercooler. So if you have Grim Speed one or factory OEM STI, this part right here, this part for the intercooler, please put in the comment below. I'm willing to buy it. I'll buy that from you, either the whole thing or just this piece right here that's missing. You know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Looking for that. So there you go. If you got one and you replace it with aftermarket, or you got rid of your scoop because you got a front mount and you have this piece right here that I'm talking about laying around, put it in the comment below, message me. I'm willing to buy one. There you go. Those are a few things I still need to do. Evening, beautiful day. And another map, version number 12. We're gonna flash it again, go for another drive, more boost. He said we'll see 25 or 26 psi, more timing. Should be a beast. So let's do this again. And we're good. So I'm gonna start the car, let it warm up, gonna go for a drive, another pool, more pools. Let's have fun. Alright guys.